Not, but that is a totally different matter. The conduct of an election.
So that was just cosmetic?
No, it's not cosmetic. It ensured, first of all, it insulated our staff. That's why the point I'm making is some of these things we are talking about, returning wrong results, they are not proven. In 2011, they are not proven. I am not saying that there was absolutely no irregularity. But the point I'm making is that if there are irregularities, they would be easily identified, and who has committed that irregularity would easily be identified. At the polling unit, we brought NYSC. At the coalition level, we brought university people. By the way, the university people we brought, I'm telling you, up to now, nobody has come to accuse any of the vice chancellors that had done governorship election results compilations of any wrongdoing. The same thing with the professors that we have put. Nobody has been accused of taking money to alter results. So there have been improvements. I think Nigerians are hostages of the past.
Now, to the begging question that many Nigerians have been asking, a lot of people were taken aback when you rolled out the election timetable, which was set for February 2015. The big question, just how prepared is INEC for this task?
When we rolled the timetable, we were pretty convinced that we are prepared to conduct the elections in 2015. The constitutional provisions are very clear. We have to conduct elections within a time frame before the handing over date, which is May 29th of 2015. And we were pretty sure that conducting the elections in February is the best thing to do, because it allows a little bit more time for those who have been elected to do whatever transition they want to do, and if there are any outstanding litigation, for a lot of that to be addressed before May 29. If you recall, in 2011, we did the election in April. In fact, the last election was held on May 6, and that was barely 21 days or so to the handing over date of May 29. So really, the earlier we do the election, the better, so that there is more time between the election and May 29 to be able to clear a lot of issues.
People feel it's an eyesore, the cycle of violence in Nigeria, and some are saying that fixing such a timetable is not too realistic. How would you react to this?
I will react to that by saying that nobody can predict when violence would occur. And in fact, if you are so apprehensive of the violence and you want to postpone elections because of that, inadvertently you may be falling into the trap of those who perpetrate the violence. Because some of them, the objective is to disrupt the process, to create anarchy, and to cause confusion in the country. So, of course, we as INEC, we have to pay attention to the security of our staff, to the security of election materials, and we work very, very closely with security agencies in order to be sure that when we roll out in the field to conduct elections, our personnel are protected and our materials are protected, and those who choose to come out for the election are also adequately protected. So certainly all over the country, in most parts of this country, the conditions are not so bad as to prevent an election from taking place. The only places where people have some apprehensions is the 3 states where there is emergency rule. And as you are aware, the extension of the emergency rule will end in less than 5 months from now. And our hope is that long before then, normalcy would be sufficiently restored.
Mr. Chairman, I think this has really been an exciting conversation so far and bringing so much insight into the workings of INEC in spite of all the apprehensions and the tension. You've been able to make out time to enlighten Nigerians about the preparation of INEC come 2015 transition. Thank you very much indeed, Professor.
Thank you very much for the opportunity and for giving me this wonderful opportunity to clarify issues. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Well, you've heard from the man who most likely will be in the eye of the storm as the race for power heats up, Professor Atahiru Jega. Now, what appears to be a one-off election in Ekiti is beginning to raise many offshoots, as some bookmakers have pointed out that elections of Ekiti is likely to have a spiraling effect in other parts of the country. Would power be changing hands in the southwest, which is the stronghold of the APC? Osun State governorship election is in less than 1 month from now. Will the PDP be extending its winning streak? Most importantly, what are the people saying? There seems to be a challenge which will connect with the grassroots. Both the PDP and the APC will be commenting on this shortly. Now let's hear from a member of the PDP Board of Trustees, Alhaji Bamanga Tukaru. Then we'll later join the APC National Chairman, Chief John Oyegun, on what he has to say on this.
A lot of accusations have trailed the outcome of the election on account of harassment, intimidation, ambush, arbitrary arrest, and the barring of some opposition leaders to take part in the election. Would you call this democracy?
Let me tell you, the job of opposition is to oppose. Is it not surprising to you that even the governor, an incumbent governor, after the election, accepted is a free and fair election? He's responsible. So that shows you, when we say election before, they say selection. When I say, look, have a democracy, they say, I don't prefer dictatorship. When we say consensus, they say imposition. We remove it. I say election, not selection.
Are you denying the element of military harassment in the just completed elections in Ekiti?
I've not been there, but I know there is no military this thing, because military all there in order to protect and ensure the security is maintained. Peace and security is maintained. That's what it happened in Edo. Why can't they talk about it before? They are military. The president of heavy security in Edo, that did not make PDP to win. Because its people are fair. Allow people to elect their people whom they want. Don't select for them. As long as PDP or any other party allow this kind of thing to happen, I bet you my life, a candidate they want will.
Now let's review the recent Ekiti election. Many bookmakers have called this a litmus test, and this does not portend a good telltale sign for the APC going by the way the election has played out. How would they react to the outcome of that election?
Well, yes, in some ways, the Ekiti election was a wake-up call. A few things are peculiar about it. It is a one-off election, one state out of 36. And we were facing a party, the PDP, that knows it is going to lose the election in 2015. Knowing that, desperation then set in. We were desperate to prove inequity at all costs that they were still a winning party. They were desperate to try to demoralize our following. Those are natural. Maybe if we too were the ruling party, we will do similar things. The result, of course, is the heavy. We've made this clear.
Are you ruling out some of the factors like the disconnect to the grassroots and the masses in terms of what some critics have pointed out, that the APC didn't really have a strong pass mark in terms of its welfare to public servants and the teachers that really constitute a large percentage of the electorates in Ekiti State?
Let me put it this way. We are looking at all aspects of the Ekiti election. I'm not touting it as something that is a plus. No, it wasn't a plus. We were equally unhappy that we had to lose Ekiti, but we've lost it. We've learned the lessons from Ekiti. To some extent, you have a point. The APC nationwide has concentrated on improving the lives of the generality of the people, giving them infrastructure, giving them schools and the rest of it, giving them water, giving them a better educational system. But the new cry today is barely infrastructure. Maybe, just maybe, we did not pay enough attention to barely infrastructure, which really is something negative. Yes, if you call that disconnect, maybe. But we don't think in the longer term that is what the people need. But okay, we can understand that the people also want today what they can put in their pockets. We are looking at all aspects of what the Ekiti election has thrown up. We are looking at all aspects. And we are looking with forensic thoroughness.
Well, before we go, let's quickly take you on a political roundup during the week.
President Jonathan assigns portfolios to new ministers. Nyako bows to lawmakers, appoints council heads. Ekiti Assembly directs INEC to conduct referendum on new councils. Confab in disarray over revenue formula. And women hold special prayers to end Edo Assembly crisis.
And that's as much as we can take in this edition of Roadmap 2015. Remember to make your vote count in the forthcoming elections. I'm Benga Ashiru, saying thank you for being a part of the program. Till next week, same time, same station. Join us again for another exciting episode of Roadmap 2015. Goodbye.